Good morning, YouTube. Today we are going to, look at a couple of things that sold, and I'm trying to work on my inventory system. And I'll also tell you a little bit about me, so get to know me today. First of all, here's my bins. I've got hats, I've got cameras, got some electronics, some gaming stuff, and Putting Pal, which I got at an estate sale. Some mitts, lots of mitts, a couple bicycle seats, some cool frisbees. Here's some vintage stuff, tennis rackets. Here's a really cool Boy Scouts of America backpack. Here's an electronics bin, lots of remotes and other small electronics. Here was a haul. I got a whole bunch of these at a truck stop that I was doing a job at, and they were on clearance. They wanted to get rid of them, so I bought them out. Here's a VCR puzzle, a cassette recorder. This is my shoes. Got some nice pairs of shoes. Here's some toys, some vintage, some not. More gaming stuff, some handhelds. This is nice. Yeah, this is nice. I got some vintage Radio Shack games. I've got a few of those, different ones, different titles. Some other games, lots of cool stuff, and then some clothes there. I've got more clothes in the house. Here's a box full of work gloves. These are 3 pairs of work gloves per pack. I got these at another one of those truck stops in Warsaw, North Carolina. I got that at the same place. I'm not sure, I might keep that for myself. I drink a lot of coffee. These gloves are great. Got these roller blades, they're listed. And got these motorcycle boots. I got a bunch of stuff in that tote down there. I've got electronics in that bin. I've got household and creams, things like that in that tote. Up here I've got parts. Got parts for the embroidery machine. And then I've got this other box. Paint gun stuff. Got a paint gun. I don't really have any way to test it, but this works. And that's listed. The gun is listed. Got a lot of stuff up here that still needs to be listed. Lots of empty boxes and lots of priority boxes over here. And these are the items that sold. There's a Marilyn Monroe sweatshirt. Waiting for payment on that. That's a sweatshirt I wore out here. This morning I was expecting it to be cold. It's been 40 degrees lately in the mornings, around in the 40s. And this morning I get up and I'm dressed up in a sweatshirt, sweat jacket, sweatpants to come out to the garage. And I come out here and it's hot. So I like the heat. This I just sold. I got this at an estate sale. I paid $1 for it. The lady said she didn't know if it was working or not, so I offered $1. And she said yes. So I've tested it out. It works great. There's the inputs. And I sold it for, what did I sell it for? $37.50 plus shipping on top. I also sold this. This has already been shipped. $45 for a DVD VCR combo. I got this guy here. This was great. This was one of my first buys. This Topper doll. This is Topper Gary. He's Dawn's boyfriend. And I bought this and a Topper Dawn. They were in a big Ziploc gallon size bag at a thrift store in St. Paul, North Carolina. And on the bag it was labeled $5. So being that they're in package and they look vintage, I didn't really bother looking them up. I just bought them and brought them home. I've already sold Dawn for I think $120, and Gary I just recently sold for $115. So I mean, that was a great $5 buy. It turned into $235 plus shipping, of course. The Marilyn Monroe sweatshirt, it only went for $4 plus shipping. I sold it at auction because it's been in my inventory for a long time, and things like that I'm just trying to get rid of. I don't want a lot of clothes anymore unless there's something spectacular. Here I've got several boxes of just clothes hangers. This is a box of hangers for pants. Then I've got boxes. I've got a couple boxes of those. Then I got a couple boxes of these regular hangers. I was doing a job at, I forget what store it was. I shouldn't even mention store names anyway. And they had all these boxes by the back door, and the manager said for one of the employees to go put them in the dumpster. And I said, well, what are they? And she told me they're hangers. So I said, well, if you don't want them, I'll take them. So she gave them to me. So I've got boxes of hangers. And this I've got on Let Go and Offer Up. It's one of those truck bed extenders. Someone was actually throwing that away. It was leaning up against a dumpster. And there's nothing wrong with it. So I'm like, well, in the truck it goes. So hopefully that'll sell. I can't sell that on eBay because I'm not shipping that. Anyway, so yesterday was Saturday, I guess the 18th or 19th. I'm not sure. One day turns into the next very quickly. Okay, yesterday was Saturday the 19th. I'm on call with my HVAC job, and I had a job to do. I left my house around 10 a.m. and I got home a little bit, maybe about 7:15 p.m. I was out at a truck stop in a town called Haw River, North Carolina. And in Haw River, I'd never even heard of it. It's 2.5 hours away, up in the northern part of the state, I guess past Raleigh and Durham. And I had a unit there. It was low on charge, and the fan was cycling off and on. It was off more than it was on. So I charged it up. I found the leak with the electronic leak detector. The low side access port had a leak that my electronic leak detector picked it up. That was the only leak I was able to find. So I tightened up the little valve, and I put a little nylog on the cap when I capped it off. And hopefully that's the only leak they've got, because that's the only leak I was able to find. And the tech that was there before me had put Super Seal in the system because he had put in 8 pounds of refrigerant, R22. I actually put in 16 pounds. The manager there said that they hadn't had any problem with leaking before they had the compressor changed out about a couple months ago. So I figure the leak has got to be up in the condensing unit on the roof. And I figured it had to be somewhere in the system where the technician installed the compressor. But as I said, that small leak at the access port was the only leak I found. So, and I think the last technician that was there, I'm not sure he's doing a very good job, because it apparently only needed 8 pounds, but when I went back it needed 16. And the stick for the super seal was still on the access valve. He didn't even bother to remove that in capping the valve. So that to me tells me he wasn't really paying attention too much to what he was doing. And the fact that also I found, what was it I wanted to say about that? Also, the fan cycle switch was set incorrectly, where the fan was still running even after I charged it up. The fan was running less than it was off. It would cut off, the condenser would get, the coil would get very hot, and then it would come back, the fans would come on. They would be on for maybe 45 seconds and then cut off, and then they were off for a few minutes. So I adjusted the settings on that, and fans are now coming on before it gets very hot, and they're running actually now more than they're off, and the temperature of the box got down below 36 degrees fairly quickly with the way I had it running. So that was a good fix. I'm not really loving this job anymore, but I do like when I'm able to get a unit working the way it should. Anyway, more about get to know me. I've got this stuff over here because I like to do gold panning. And I've got several pans. This is my newest one. I'm really looking forward to trying this out in the woods, in the mountains of North Carolina. And then I've got these. And I've got 5 buckets of dirt. I've also got a Gold Rush Nugget bucket. And these bins are full. I think this one's full of water and soil that I've gone through. This one is as well. That one there, I'm not sure what's in that. Maybe more dirt that I've already sifted through, but I want to go through it again. But I need to do it with some equipment that can catch really small gold, because I know there's some good flour gold in there. I meant to bring out my little vial of the gold that I've taken out. I've only gone through maybe a quarter of a bucket, and I've got a little vial of gold. So over here I've got the other buckets. Under this stuff I got other buckets of dirt, and the dirt is from a river in Maryland where I used to go. I used to live in Baltimore County, and I would go to a river up there, and I found a nice spot to dig, and I pulled out 11 buckets, well, 10 big 5-gallon buckets and then a smaller bucket. And when we went back up to Maryland to pack up our house because it was selling, my wife didn't really want me to bring all of those buckets of dirt. I knew she wouldn't like that, so I dumped 5 of them out in the woods behind the house. So I know there's some gold sitting up in there, because I found some gold in this one. This bucket was full, and it's not even a quarter of the way down now, and that's the bucket I've been pulling gold out of. So I know I got gold in the rest of the buckets, and there was probably gold in the buckets I dumped out. But that's okay, because I'm not doing it to make money. I'm just doing it because it's fun, and I like being the only person that's ever seen this gold or ever touched this gold that I'm finding. So anyway, I still have those 5 buckets, and then I got a smaller bucket that has some dirt in it as well. Somewhere in this mess, one of these days I'll get rid of this rest of this stuff. I don't know, I've got all these discs here. I don't know if this would be worth anything. these discs for the embroidery machine. They all have designs on them. I don't know if that's something that would be worth selling. Maybe someone would just want the discs to write over, or maybe someone would actually want them for the designs. I have no idea. I really have no idea what's on them, what designs. I might list those one day, maybe not, I don't know. Anyway, so that's a little bit about me. Bunch of lawn stuff. A lot of this came with the house when I got it. I've sold some, and there's other stuff up there I'll probably never use. I might sell it or donate it. And I did have a big pool table right here. Sold that for I think $250, because the first year I was here I only used it maybe 3 times, and I figured, hey, why not just sell it? I'm not using it. So that's what I did. Put it up on OfferUp and Let Go, and it went pretty quickly. This hammock is really nice, but I haven't had much opportunity to use it because I don't relax much. Maybe I need to start relaxing more. But right now with these bins, I've got them A, B, C, D. No, actually C is way down there. I got the bins labeled all the way up through L. And the reason C is down here is C, K, H, and L are not yet inventoried where I have the letter of the bin on the listing on eBay. So that stuff isn't really the easiest to find, except that I know pretty much what's in each bin. This one's kind of neat. I got lots of little cars. Here's a little bus. The packaging's not the best, but the bus is in perfect condition. There's a little Johnny Benson race car. Lipton 74. And I've got these surprise animals listed. This is one listing on eBay. Yeah, look at that. $5 Kardash GPS mount. Yeah, that's something I bought at a yard sale that I kept for myself. It works out much better than putting the GPS on the windshield. And I've got these Fortnite characters, new in box. I got those at the same time I bought these Surprise-Imals. And also I got these Toy Story figures. Anyone like clowns? I've got a clown. He's kind of sad. Anyway, I know my camera work's not great. I know my videos aren't great right now. I hope to get to where I'm making much better quality videos. But KC Rockstar Flipper said just do it. So I'm just doing it. And the progress will come, I hope. Oh, these are really cool. I think I showed you these before. I'm actually using one in my truck, my work truck. It lights up with blue LEDs, and it works great. It gives you enough to power. I plug in my work phone, my personal phone, and also my tablet, all in that. And then it's got another USB. That's, I think, that's what I have my work phone, my personal phone hooked up, because I think that's got the most speed, the highest power for USB. I've got some casters. Got those from a estate sale. Anyway, I got to finish doing the inventory on these 4 bins. I might just get one of these done today. And I don't know if you can hear it, but it's pouring down rain out there this morning. It's still dark out, I believe. Yes, it's still dark out. Go take a look over in here. I've got more stuff in here. Now that's a project my wife wants me to do this weekend, is move our sauna into the room in there. So I got to take it apart, bring it out this door and around the corner here. Here's our hot tub, and bring it in the door over there. And that's going to be a job. She wants me to do that not this weekend, next weekend when I'm not on call anymore. Oh, this rocking chair, my wife and I, we have 2 of these. We got these from our friend Tom Taylor. He's the county commissioner here in Robeson County. He's a very good man. If you live in Robeson County, vote for Tom Taylor for commissioner. He's up for re-election here in 2020 coming up. So, yes, vote for Tom Taylor. He's a good man. He owns a store called The Bargain House right around the corner from us. We've got an awesome Santa Claus cookie jar here. Vintage from JCPenney. Label maker, we got Office 97. There's some posters I need to get listed. Nope, that one's already listed. Okay, that's listed. Here's one sticking out the end. That one's listed. Some Twilight something. Here's some shoes. Okay, those are in the box. I didn't want to put those in the bin and mess the box up. I don't have the top for the box though. Here's some phone wire. 2 packages of that. I think I'm selling them both in one listing. Someone can have them both for whatever the price is. I don't know. I'm willing to accept offers too. So, some of this stuff I don't even remember what it is. Oh, it's a CB radio. I got a CB radio in there. I guess the rain is kind of stopped for now. But you can see it's a beautiful morning. Rainy. But that's okay. I got so much room back here. Here's the back of my work truck. You can see over the fence. That's the gate. Got so much room back here. Not sure what to do with it all, but I'm thinking if I ever decide to buy pallets, I can easily bring them in back here and then unbox them here and bring them in through here. And I definitely need a lot more organization in here before I do something like that. So, I guess that's it for now from me. I'm going to get to work on this stuff. I'm going to get this packaged up and this packaged up. Those are already paid for. This, I'm waiting for the $4 plus shipping before I send that out, but I'll get that packaged up. Yeah, I'm not going to bother packaging it up. Sometimes people don't pay and then I put it back in inventory, so yeah, we'll see. Oh, I've got all these books from when I went to tech school. I went to Lincoln College of Technology. I don't know if this is anything that anyone would want, but I might try listing that just to see if it sells. What else do I have in here? Oh, shot glasses. Does anyone like shot glasses? I used to collect them. I don't really drink anymore. I don't really like the way alcohol makes me feel anymore, and I used to have a bar in my house, in my apartment, and I got all these shot glasses because I collected shot glasses. They were fun. It was fun while it lasted, but I don't know, I lost interest in it. I got this in Aspen, Colorado. I went skiing out there 2 different weeks. It was a blast. I got this one out there too. Had a lot of fun. Oh yeah, Dan's Bar. My name is Dan, by the way. And this is something I had as a kid. I've had this book forever. I don't know if I want to sell it. I might not. I don't know. an old vintage computer that came with the embroidery machine that I'm taking apart and selling. So anyway, people, thank you for watching. If you're watching, well, you're obviously watching if you made it to this point. So thank you. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you'd like to see more content, or you just like to laugh at my contents, or maybe see if I make, or how much or how quickly I progress. I appreciate you all very much. Oh, one more thing I want to show you guys. Look at this. I just picked this up. Just picked this up recently. This is cool, from an AT&T store. I don't do any jobs at AT&T stores, but they were getting rid of this. So, the Network of Heroes, they're celebrating something. AT&T proudly offers savings to military, veterans, and first responders families. So I guess they help out the families of the first responders and people who have passed. So AT&T is a good company. I don't use them, but it's all good. That's a cool poster. I'm not sure. It looks like the Val Kilmer Batman. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's a cool poster. Someone might want it. Then I got several Foot Locker posters up here that I'll be listing eventually. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it, and talk to you next time.